Hey, and welcome back to A Toy Kind of Mood. I'm your co-host, Bobby Bearhart, and with me today, you know what? Once is nice, twice is even better. Let's do it. KJ, what's up, buddy?
What's up, man? What's going on with you? It's always a good time hanging out with Toy Kind of Mood. So what's going on?
Right. So today we are doing we actually have three things to cover. But the big was you know what, screw it. This week's kind of been kind of a busy week. So
Yeah.
we'll start with the big release of the day of the week. G.I. Joe's Major Bludd.
Yes.
Can anyone find it? Apparently some can. I can't.
Mm-hmm. No, I will say this. It was a random drop. So people across coast to coast have been finding it. I have not lucked out. Our very own Dave Story, that dude lucked out. He's sitting on a couple of Major Bludd figs right now. Cobra Island special missions, trapped behind enemy lines. If you can get it, great. If you can extract Major Bludd, then add them to the barracks. But other than that, it's like, yeah, it's ghost town.
Well, and not only that, and speaking of Major Bludd and Target, anyone who watches the show, you know this already. Target's no longer carrying baseball or Pokemon cards.
Yeah. They're pulling out GATs. In the parking lot, man. It's violent out there in these streets. People want those cards.
Like literally, I'm wearing the perfect shirt for that. Le Samurai.
Yeah.
What is happening?
I mean, you really want to break it down? People with money are paying for these cards, and people without money are going out and getting these cards so they can sell them. Anyway, you break it down, it's nice to have money. Let's put it that way. That's all I can say.
Right? No, and you're 100% true. I've been reading some stories from Target employees where like neckbeards are breathing down their neck. They're accosting them. They're following people home. Like, bro, don't follow someone home over cards.
If you're following people home, then it ain't about the money. You just have rage issues you need to work out.
True.
Be like,
it is 100% true. But yeah, Major Bludd dropped. If you can find it, cool. But listen, if you do find it, like, you know, okay, grab one, maybe flip another one. If you can't find it, don't accost people. Be nice about it.
Yeah. Be nice about it. Leave one on the pegs. It's hard. It's hard to do that because when Firefly was out, and I got you Firefly, I got friends of mine Firefly, like I got them for friends, and even then I left one on the peg to be like just for somebody to come across.
Exactly.
You know? So
all right. So as every week, Hasbro did do a fan first Friday, and this week it was Power Rangers.
Go Power Rangers.
Now Dave Story, speaking of which, was going to be here, but once again, work caught up to him, and he was not able to join us. We do want to get Dave on the show because once again, like KJ, you and I, we are that old school, like the original, maybe season 2 Power Rangers, the movie. And Dave's like, oh, let me tell you about season 6 with like Dino Travel. I'm like, what? Who? Like, I don't even know if I got the right season.
Let me tell you when they stopped using the Zordon era, and then they started doing what the Sentai series did and use brand new cast for every season. I'm like, what?
Like, I'm out.
Goodness.
Done. That being said, all right. So I watched the show. Okay, so I'll read Dave's notes. This is funny. He says, trivia, cool questions, some deep cuts, but not what people show up for. It's like Hasbro trying to pad the show. And that's 100% right. I threw it on like trivia. I'm like, why? Like, what are your thoughts on the trivia from like for the shows?
I think they're old school. If you're gonna do trivia, that makes sense for something like an event when you have like, you know, they did their fan fest earlier this year, right? Or when they have PulseCon and you're doing like 1 or 2 or 3 hours of content. But it's okay to like break it down to basics and do something a bit more minimalistic. I think about what Mezco did for their Toys Fair, and it wasn't like they didn't have a bunch of hosts. They don't have the money or the scale that Hasbro or Mattel does. So they did Instagram and Twitter and contests. If you want this, share it out. They mobilized their base to really become a part of it, more interactive, and just let them handle a lot of the hype building and everything else. So Hasbro, they can do like 5 minutes. They had basically 6 figs. They had the 4 SPD figures that we'll get into in a little bit.
Yep.
Scorpina, Aisha, and they had Andros from Power Rangers in Space with the soft goods.
Yes.
But that's like, you can do like a 5-minute video. Boom, get this, pre-order, start now. Like, all right, fine. And now I can get on with the rest of my day, and brush my teeth or something. So,
well, and you're 100% right. And so is Dave. It feels like filler.
Yeah.
Like they have to make it last this long. And like if you're a show like us, then yeah, like you're trying to build that, a base. You need to try and land within a certain, time frame. You're Hasbro. You already have a base. You don't need like, well, we have to kill time. No. Hey guys, here's the new figures. Cool. Break it down. If it's 10 minutes, it's 10 minutes.
Right.
And maybe also if you don't have enough figures to, make it last, then maybe you should wait.
It's funny because, and we can get into this a little bit later too. Marvel Legends kind of snuck in a couple of drops alongside the Power Rangers, and they didn't make a big fuss. And yeah, I would say that they were even a more massive deal because these are figurines that people wanted in their MCU collection for a long time. Wasn't a bunch of bluster. You didn't have Dan Yun and Ryan Ting and Dwight Stahl yammering. And not that they do. I enjoy their banter, but they can also yammer. There's bantering and there's yammering. Right now I'm yammering. But the point is, the Legends team is like, boom, Happy Hogan, boom, rescue Captain Marvel. All right, bye. Get him. See ya.
Boom.
Buy the figures. Bye.
Exactly.
That's it.
All right. So now, speaking of which, let's jump into the figures. And we're kind of torn, but okay. So let's see here. Dave put these figures will be popular. 2 are villain teams. Because why can't we have heroes outside of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers? To which we say, no. Why? All right, so we have Space Blue versus Psycho Silver. He said great versus pack, getting closer to completing Space Rangers, completing Psycho Ranger on screen lineup. Lots of demand by the fans. All right, so let's break down the Space Blue and the Psycho Silver. They look cool. Like, and I think that you'll agree with this. They look cool, like, but I have no feeling towards them. Yeah. Like, and I'll let you speak more on the Yellow Ranger because I know that I saw you in the chat going, yes. But like, I'll hold the Space Rangers in hand, and I got Dave some of them. I think they're Space Rangers. I'm not sure. They look cool. They look, but I'm like, oh, all right, cool. But Dave's like, I want them. I'm like, all right, cool. I'll buy them for you.
Yeah.
I don't have anything. So,
do you remember when they did the 5-pack Psycho Rangers on Amazon? I think they're Amazon exclusive.
I don't.
Well, they're a great pack. But like I said, I don't have an affinity or knowledge about the Psycho Rangers either. They were like on sale for something crazy like 60 or maybe $70. And so people who have that 5-pack, they'll be very interested in getting that Psycho Silver as well. But yeah, I think Hasbro should do that more often. Like, don't break them up into waves. Like, give people SPD, give people Power Rangers in Space, give them Beast Morphers, give them Dino Fury. Like, just give them the team.
I agree.
Yeah, and the closest they've come to that so far are these A Squad reveals for SPD. But the second thing is, yeah, there's really 2 types of Power Rangers fans. You and me, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers fans, and all the other Rangers fans who are more comprehensive, or they just have their own thing that they were there for.
It's true. And you do bring up a great point. And Hasbro does this, and I don't know why, but like they'll release a line where it's like, 3 Avengers and then like 3 like D-listers. You're like, but it's all for the build figure. The best they've done is the villains wave that's coming out this year. They're all bad guys. It'd be like having like 3 bad guys and then like, a Daredevil. I'm like, but these are villains. Like, I want, like, if you're a villain type of guy, you want all the villains. You want just give me all the Avengers. Just give me the line. And it's like, well, you know, we need to keep like, you know, the fishing line. No, because if you're a Power Rangers fan, you just want either you want them all or you just want a certain set.
Right.
All right. Now, speaking of old school, and the only thing I'll say about this, finally a beautiful head sculpt for this figure. The Mighty Morphin Power Rangers second Yellow Ranger versus Scorpina. Now, Aisha, that head sculpt, great. What are your thoughts? You were loving this.
Oh yeah, Aisha, she was the girl that I never had, and I wish I got to know her better. I was still riding hard for Mighty Morphin when Aisha and Rocky and Adam showed up. Scorpina, that was on my wish list. I keep a wish list of like, it'll be great if they released Bulk and Skull. It'd be great if they released the standalone Rita Repulsa. Scorpina was on that list. I got that pre-order the second second it dropped. So yeah, I understand people like, when are they gonna stop this Mighty Morphin? If they're smart, never. So sort of doing these combination waves, they're placating multiple generations of fans within Power Rangers, and I get that. I really do. It's the same thing in the comic books, that they have the Mighty Morphin comic book, and then you have the Power Rangers comic book, and they're separate. So they're walking that tightrope, and they're gonna have to keep walking it. So I understand Dave's consternation with it. I'm like, yeah, do SPD, do Lost Galaxy, do Lightspeed Rescue. It's all good. Just you better give me my Mighty Morphin, or else.
Let's be real here, because like Dave's like, you know, more Mighty Morphin Overload. I have 1, 2, 3. I have 4 Wolverines back there. People go, oh, another Wolverine. You know what? Because they just did that. Because Travis and Kevin were like, oh, do we really need a shirtless Wolverine? And everyone's like, no. But I'll have a 5th one soon.
Yeah, if you're collecting Wolverines, then yes. You've seen my Mount McFarlane collection. I have a dozen Batman. I'm gonna get more. It goes without saying.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. How many Captain Americas do I have up there? How many Cyclopses? I've got 3. But still, the Mighty Morphers are not going anywhere. And then finally, the last one, and you brought this up earlier, was the plain clothes Andros, which actually kind of looks cool because they give him soft goods, a soft robe, and something I really dug. I kind of wish they would do this more, because they said that when you first see him, his face is cloaked in black, so they gave him a black masked full furnace. When you have the cloak over it, it's all black. I dug that. Thoughts?
It's great. I think Hasbro in particular, they can do more for toy culture and toy collecting by giving fans options. Fans want to take photographs, they want to do dioramas. So include extra heads, include extra sculpts, extra weapons, extra hands. You know, give people the options, and they will buy the figures. And I'll tell you what, materials are going up. Like I was just looking at the gas prices here in LA. They're about like $4.50 going on $5. Petroleum's going up. So these figures, Hasbro, they've been needling up those prices just a little bit. It's not just $19.99, it's $22.99, it's $24.99, $26.49. Like, what's next? $27.89. It's like so because the thing is, they know they have to be careful about this, right? But this stuff costs money, and I think if you give fans value, they'll do it. So that's why they're really experimenting with these long-awaited, highly demanded figures like Rescue, like Happy Hogan, like Captain Marvel with her Endgame look. So, and fans are doing it. Fans spent $27 on an Aaron Taylor Johnson figure. They're about that life. So as long as they keep giving you options, the Shang-Chi wave, perfect example. Shang-Chi has extra hands, Winwu, a shielding. I'm sorry, Shang-Chi. I should say Shang-Chi.
Yeah, I mean, and I have a Death Dealer, and you're right. Like they're giving, like I bought, what was it, Xiaoling, his sister.
Yeah,
and I bought her so I could like work on my Mr. Hyde, but they gave her like 6 pairs of hands. She can't stand it for crap. But if you get it right, like her hands are like she's got like different hands. Shang-Chi has like dude can stand. I've had him on one leg since I moved in.
That's dope.
Like it's dope as hell, dude. Like his staff, like he's got like this like great stance. The Death Dealer has like knives flying off his hands. Like they're giving fans what they want. And literally, we're talking about hands. Hands. That's it. But you know what?
Those hands are small, I know, but they're not yours. They are my own.
Exactly, but they're perfect. All right. And then if this is true, I'm sorry, fans. Plainclothes Andros might be a Target exclusive.
Mm.
I mean, I don't, I'm not saying stay strapped, but go in there, put your vest. It's like you're like going in for battle. Like, what are you doing? Like, you fighting like the Russians? No, I'm gonna buy toys. Sorry,
Yeah.
you're gonna buy toys.
Yeah.
Um,
We're going off your well. Just to touch on that real quick,
yes,
McFarlane released a new video covering his Mandarin Spawn, and I saw that off the Foosh Weekly that just dropped earlier this morning. And so what he was saying is that stores are willing to pony up for figures that cost more, right? So his Mandarin Spawn is like a $45 figure, tons of deco,
right,
360 degrees all around. So if we're talking about the Cobra Island figures like Major Bludd or Firefly, and they have like a ton of accessories, a ton of detail. If Target's willing to pay more, then Hasbro is going to give them that figure. If we're talking about Lightning Collection, the Ranger team finally delving into more soft goods, I think Rita Repulsa is the only other figure that has like soft goods or something like that.
gotcha.
Then that's going to cost more. This is going to cost more materials. This is going to cost more in tooling and labor because this is their first time doing that, even though other teams have been doing it, like Black Series, like well, yeah, that's basically, I can't think of another
Yeah,
Hasbro line that's really
right.
doing soft goods like that. I think maybe Marvel Legends. I don't know if they have that
Not
many
yet.
soft goods.
They really not where they need to be.
Yeah,
That's where they
yeah.
need to be.
So yeah. So long story short, I get that's a Target exclusive. I think my collection's reached a point where it's like, if I get it, I get it. I went out for groceries. I looked for Major Bludd. It wasn't there. It's important to set your expectations about these things. The moment this
I agree.
stuff doesn't cause you joy is probably when you need to drop it.
It's true. It's true. It's true. And then finally, we did get they copied. I mean, you can't copy yourself. Hasbro copies Hasbro. But they would get a preview. They jumped on the Marvel Legends bandwagon with a preview of a reveal. Dave said it was a Phantom Laser, possibly a Turbo Ranger, potentially the first Turbo release.
Mhm.
I mean, that'd be cool. If you are a Turbo fan, go ahead and go for it. Dave, his overall thoughts, very mediocre. I'd go mediocre. I'm not gonna say very because the Aisha Scorpina release was really cool, but too much filler, too much blah blah blah. Just get it. What are your thoughts, man?
I'll give it like a 3.5 whiskeys out of 5. It's
Okay,
just because they have my wish list. They had Scorpina.
there you
They
go.
gave me Aisha. That's like, nothing against the metallic sculpts,
Yeah,
but if I'm not getting the chromed out movie releases that Bandai did back in '95,
yep,
like I was saying earlier, when we were talking earlier in preparation of the show, I wanted those movie figures,
yeah,
and I couldn't even afford them back in those days. Like, that's how it was like that. So a lot of this comes from the kid who couldn't do this back in the '90s. So that's why I'm doing this now. But I will say that if Hasbro breaks out, and not just make them chrome, like sculpt them like they were in the movie, like that
right.
looked dope.
That would been awesome.
Do that. I want the Ninjetti figures. I want as much Mighty Morphin content as you can get, because people like us will bankroll the rest of the line.
It's
So
true.
Lightspeed Rescue and Beast Morphers can be taken care of.
It's true. All right, so let me give Dave's thoughts because I'm kind of with you. Like I I like the Aisha. I like the Scorpina. I think that's really cool. Let's see here. A Squad is cool, but I want to see more hero teams get completed, which I think everyone can agree with that. Just complete the teams, like we said earlier. Just if you're gonna put out a line, put out the line of that team. If you have 5 figures in a series, put out the whole like original or the whatever.
And I think they've been doing it. They've been leaking, like they did the metallic Peak Ranger, and then boom, they did the 4 metallic Rangers.
True.
They had the blue A Squad Ranger, and then they did the other 4 A Squad Rangers. They had so I think they tease with one, and then hopefully they'll keep doing the rest. They have the Tyrannosaurus Sentry from the comic books. Hopefully they'll do more to Sentries. Who knows?
Let's hope so. Let's see here. A Squad is cool, but I want to see more hero teams get completed.
Mhm.
And Dave goes, more MMPR, really? Scorpion is a cool addition, but that a lot of people are looking forward to. And being able to get Aisha head sculpt without buying the metallic Rangers is a plus.
Oh yes.
Let's move on. No, Dave. No, we will not move on. Let's see here. I hope Hasbro isn't leaning too hard into the unmorphed / disguised Rangers. There are many Rangers we could be getting, and they're wasting a release on something that is meh. I mean, that's kind of like me and my feeling with Loki towards the Disney Plus.
Yeah.
No more exclusives. Power Rangers exclusives haven't been as hard to get a hold of as exclusives with other lines. Star Wars, Marvel Legends, Classified, but why keep them going? You can't kind of put the fans first and then that you listen to the fans and then do the exact opposite of that. Fair. Let's see here. One nice takeaway from the A Squad. Hasbro isn't shying away from putting out a team mostly all at once. I hope that keeps going. But finish existing teams first.
Yes.
Fair. No new monsters. Monsterland debuted sometime as a versus pack, yet nothing new after the first two. Is this still a thing? Overall, he gave it a 2 out of 5. 2 out of 5 whiskeys. Would have been a 4 out of 5 if not for the exclusives. Those brought the score down for me. So the exclusives really killed it for Dave. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, for me as a Power Ranger fan, but watching this and just the way that Hasbro did it, I'll combine Dave's and mine score and I'll make it a 2.5 whiskeys out of 5.
Okay.
Just because I don't need babble, which we're doing right now, but I don't care.
Yeah.
This is my show, so I can do that.
There you go. Exactly.
But still, like I'm not gonna throw up trivia, oh, what was episode 1? I don't care. Just some of the toys. All right. And then finally, before we leave, do you have anything cool, Plunders, that you've got lately?
Oh yes. The DCS Army drone.
Nice.
I've been wanting this sucker for a while. Kind of reminds me of the van from Tango and Cash.
Dude, I love that movie.
Yeah, it's a guilty pleasure. And I have a bit of a reputation as a troop builder. I won't lie, man. I want at least 2 more of these. I can't get them. They're sold out in Pulse. I can't find them at Walmart. I am not paying the iron price for these. So if they show back up, awesome. If not, this is enough. I'm good with this. How about you, man?
Well, actually, I do have DCS as well, because if you watched last episode, I got the free. Let me get this out the way.
Yes, Hasbro has been good.
Hasbro's been very good. So listen, Hasbro, don't think I'm upset with y'all.
We just keep it real. We keep it real at Toy Kind of Mood.
I got the unboxing, and then so I do have this DCS in there. Dave was awesome and he has completed my Ghostbusters. He got me all 4 of them. And then finally I got the much coveted Ram Man and Clamp Champ, which is awesome. That is my plunder for this past few weeks, because the Ghostbusters was kind of badass. So with that, hey KJ, buddy, as always, it is fun talking, especially Power Rangers with you.
Oh yeah, thanks.
Which we seem to be doing a lot lately.
Yes.
With that, as always, make sure to like and subscribe. Toy Kind of Mood. Follow KJ at Black Genghis. I'm sure he's working on something.
Yes, I am. Oh yeah. I'll give you one sneak peek. One sneak peek.
You know what? Let's copy Hasbro. Let's get a sneak peek.
All right. So I got my Asajj Ventress.
Nice.
I got the shirtless Darth Maul. And it's about time that we get some Sith battles going on on the gram. So keep your eyes open. I got plans. You'll see.
All right. I like
Black Angus.
I like that. I got plans. Black Angus. As always, you can follow me at Bayou City Geeks, and of course on Toy Kind of Mood on Instagram and Twitter. With that, this has been episode 29. Hey everyone, you know what? Be good. Still wear your mask just in case. And you know what? We'll see you in the toy aisles. Peace.